Hello and welcome. We are doing Intro to Java today, and we're doing this in intellij. So intellij is an IDE, which is an integrated development environment, and that's essentially just where you code in and what you can make your code actually do something in. So today, to start out, we're going to go over here to File, we're going to go to New, and we'll start a new project. So our new project is going to be named, I don't know, New Project. Very creative today. We can go over here, we can change what our default location is. As you can see, this is where it tells you we can do it. We're going to make it, and you can just essentially put it wherever you want. We're going to be doing this tutorial in Java today, and our build system is just the compiler. So what the compiler is it takes the code that we write, and it will interpret it and make it so it actually can run. And the JDK is just our Java version. So today we're running on Java Development Kit 17, which is just Java 17. So we can go over here and create our project. It'll bring up this file. You don't need to worry about this file right now. And if we go over here on the left side, we go under our new project, which is just our folder name. We go down to source, main, and we see this Java file right here, or this Java folder, sorry. So we click on the Java folder, right click it, press new Java class. So what do we want to name it? We want to name it potato. You can name it whatever you want. It really doesn't matter, especially if you're just starting out and you don't have a super concrete goal in mind of what you're going to make. To start out, every single project that you have will have one main class. Your main class will have be what you run, and then it can access other files if you have multiple different files involved. So we're going to start out by doing public static void main parentheses string args. Now, what essentially this is, you don't really need to worry about it right now, but later on, this is essentially something that you can program to make the compiler take an input. So you can give it arguments and essentially pass those into the program from your command line. Now, one of the things that we can start off doing, it's customary to, in the programming kind of universe, to first do a print hello world. So we're going to go over here and we're going to type hello world. And then we'll put a sad face because we don't like customs. Now, we're going to go over here, and here our run button's up here, up at the top right. So as you see, it's currently blurred out. Now, that is because we haven't set up a configuration. So we have to come over here, and we have to press Add New, and we can just set up it as an application. So it's complaining about how we don't have a main class. So we can come over here, we can just select our main class, because that's where we have our public static void main in. That is what your main class is. And then you can, this is just your working directory, so this is where all your files will be saved, and where it will essentially look to try to find the file. So you can go over here and press apply, and you can press OK. So we can come over here, and we can click the run button, and at the bottom you'll see a console pop up, and it says hello world sad face. There's a new line, and then we have processed finished with exit code 0. So whenever you have exit code 0, this is customary. It stems from C, and 0 essentially means that no errors occurred, and if you have anything other than a 0, you had an error. But you don't really need to worry about this right now. So we have this new line, so maybe we don't want a new line. So we can come over here, and this println is actually what's causing our new line. So if we rerun the program, after taking out that println, it won't have a line. All our stuff runs from top to bottom, so we can just come over here and we can print something else out, like 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can add a space up here because we know that since we have two regular print statements, they're just going to print back to back. So if we run that, you can see it all prints on the same line, but if we're going to go over here, we can add in our new line, and it will put that on a separate line. So one of the other things that you can do is an escape character for a new line. So you don't actually have to do println, you can do something like this, and we can say, what is it gotta be? What are we gonna say on line 2? Line 2. And then we can also do another print statement, just so you can, well, we don't even need to do that. We can just do this right now. So make sure you have the semicolon. As you can see right here, the compiler is complaining, and it says semicolon expected. So every single line that you have is going to need a semicolon if it's got a statement there. Since this is called a method, we don't need to put a semicolon at the end of a method, just after a line of code. So as you can see here, we have our expected output. We have hello world with a space, and then the new line happens, and then we have a space in front of our line. So that's what this is from right here. That's why it just looks a little bit off center. And then we have our text right here. So that is the intro of setting up IntelliJ and the intro to Java.